Everybody, welcome back to Breath of the Wild. In the last one, I was trying to figure out what I need to do. I need to save this guy. He's trapped. I went the wrong way. Okay, so I think I have to shoot it as it's going around. Hold on, let me see about that real quick. Will it angle that way, or no? It'll just shoot that way. Okay, so I'm going to put another one down here. And then I think I have to hit this and then shoot it off. Frick, okay, hold on. Let's try it again. I need to angle it a little bit more. Okay, so I gotta... Right now. No! That was too far. Okay. It's all about precision. I'm not good at that type of thing. Hold on. Precision. Yeah, precision. Precision. You said that English word right. I think. Dang it! Close, but no cigar. Okay, let's try it again. Frick! Again, close. Like, I am not good at aiming this stuff. Hold on, let's see. Now. Dang it! Okay. I don't know, like I cannot aim it properly. I know what I need to do here. I have to shoot that thing here and like blow up those rocks. But I get so close and then I'm like only a few inches off. I don't exactly know here what to do. Frick, get up there. There. Dang it! See, it looks like I'm aiming for it. I gotta like wait a few seconds or a few like. Dang it! Close again, really close. All right, hold on. Go down. Okay, let's hit this again. I got it. Yes. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Now the Wii U. What? The Wii U is different. Now the Wii U, Nintendo wanted to come out with a strong console. They looked at the PS3 and the Xbox 360 and said, hey, we could do a stronger console than this. Something that the third parties are going to like, something that the consumers are going to like, and we're going to have all these third-party supported games, all these third-party games, all this huge support with a strong console lineup, and with a strong console as well, and it's gonna all the games are going to look good. But what they didn't realize is that the 7th generation was at its tail end, and the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were rumored about, and they were going to be coming out soon. Everybody figured this was going to come out soon because at that time, the Xbox 360 and the PS3 were 6 years old. Or no, actually not. They were. The Xbox 360 was 7, and the PS3 was 6. And with that being said, it would have been 7 years old. Everybody knows that the next gen was going to end soon, and with it ending, with that gen ending soon, and the new one coming up, everybody knew the consoles were going to be powerful.
What am I gonna do?
Whoa!
They're here! They found me! Help! Huh?
Is he the Goron champion? Oh, Goron Youth. They gave him a voice? Anyway, just for that little scene, I guess. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying. So when the Wii U came out, Nintendo thought they were releasing a super powerful console, which actually it is. The Wii U is way stronger than the PS3 and the 360. I think at least 2 times stronger than those consoles put together. But it's still more what the 7th generation was, and while it was more powerful, it wasn't what people wanted. People wanted something really big and advanced, something that really took the graphics even further, the resolution further, the frame rates, all this stuff made it better. They wanted something more than what the 7th generation could offer. And while the Wii U was stronger than all the 7 generations consoles combined, it was more of what the 7th generation was, like in terms of like what it looked like, what it did, and stuff that it could do. It wasn't anything unique besides the gamepad, which wasn't really utilized besides maybe a few games here and there, even throughout its whole life cycle. And that's where, I guess, where the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, to some extent, really accelerated. Yes, they're more of the same in terms of like what you would expect from Sony and Microsoft, getting a newer game console with a new game console with updated graphics and just be more powerful and better looking games and better frame rate and resolution and stuff like that, and more stable online, which is to be debated due to the a lot of the shutdowns that happened due to the DDoS attacks, but it was what everybody expected from them, and it's what people wanted, and they offered more. Their consoles could do things that the 7th generation could. Granted, there are games. I don't think there's any games actually on the Wii U that the 7th generation really couldn't do. That's the thing. Another thing. Think about there. I'm thinking about that. And that's why I think the Switch is succeeding, because it's doing something new and fresh and interesting that really made it separate itself from the 8th generation and just upgraded graphics. It's taking the idea that Sony had of taking your games on the go with the PlayStation Vita and the Remote Play, but perfecting it, I guess you could say. Because Sony did have that kind of idea with the PS Vita, where you could have Remote Play with the let me put this. Let's see. Yeah, it's wicked. And with the Remote Play and stuff on the PS Vita and the PS4. While granted it was okay, I never tried it myself. I do have a PS Vita and a PS4, but I just never really found any use for it. Like, why do I want to play a PS4 game on my PS Vita if I can just play it on my PS4? And I know it's like, well, then wouldn't that be the same thing with the Switch? It's like, why do you want to play a game why do you want to play a game that you can play on the Wii U or the PS4 or the PC or the Xbox on the Switch? But the thing is, there's this obviously clear difference. The PS Vita, you can't take those games on the go, I don't believe. I don't think you can take the PlayStation 4's games that you put on the Remote Play. I'm not sure you can take those on the go. Frozen bird thigh. What? Whoa, what's going on? Why is it raining rocks? Jeez. Oh yeah, I ate that frozen bird thigh. Anyway, yeah, and it's just like the Switch is in itself. It's an idea of being able to take your games everywhere, and you don't have to hook. See, the thing is with the PS Vita and the PS4, you have to turn on your PS4, you have to turn on your PS Vita, and then you have to, I think connect them via wire, and you have to hook them up to your. You have to hook it up to your PS4, and then you have to connect it and everything. But with the Switch, and even then, I don't think it's 100% portable. I think it's only portable in your house, but I don't think you can take it too far away from the system. Whereas and that's very similar to what the Wii U is. The gamepad, you couldn't take it too far away from the system. But the difference is with the Switch is you can put it in your home, play it on TV like I am right now, where I could take this out and play it anywhere. And I've been doing that. It's really good. It's actually becoming one of my favorite Nintendo consoles. And not in terms of like game libraries, because obviously my favorite game library of all time is the GameCube. I love the GameCube's game library and also the N64. But this one is shaping up to be a good and my favorite in terms of hardware, the way it can do it. But we'll see. We don't know everything about its library. Maybe it'll become that as well. Here's a reward. This one, right? Elixir. No, not really. Expect to do its legacy, but if I'm not there to give, good. Where? Oh, I didn't even notice that statue. Now I'm going to remember things. Or not. Or yes.
I think I'm finally getting the hang of controlling this divine beast. I tell you what, sure is a blast piloting a toy like this around. Let those other champions know. They better eat their gravel if they want to keep up with the group. Speaking of which, can you believe this view?
I know, isn't it amazing?
Collectible rocks sprinkled on those mountains. Mighty tasty. I may not know a whole lot about this Calamity Ganon thing, but mark my words, I'll protect this land of ours to the death. Right, little guy?
Jeez! Dang! You don't break my spine while you're at it?
Hey, by the way,
Also, you did die to the chest.
point at night, that's a really big deal, protecting the king's daughter. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Seriously though, the princess is a strong personality. So strong, she can't quite see the range from the peaks. Remember that, and you'll be fine.
Huh?
What the?
What's going on now? Oh. Whoa! What ability is that? And why? And when can I get it?
So what was I saying? That was a little strange. As far as I know, Death Mountain has been quiet for decades. But if the mountain is shivering enough to send down a bunch of boulders that size, then never mind. Forget I said anything.
No, you can't do that. You can't leave me hanging right there. You know, I gotta say, I love the Gorons, man. They're like my favorite race out of all the... They're like one of my favorite races in Legend of Zelda. I love Gorons. They're so freaking cool looking for some reason. They're literally rock people. Oh, there goes your back again, man. Who is, like, is he, like, trainer? Are you? Okay. I shouldn't have said traveler. I was, because now that's gonna stick. Eldin's Bridge. Okay. Unless I'm bringing up my rupees again, I really need to because I spent them a lot on like the ancient gear stuff. Yeah, I don't think, like, personally, I honestly don't look at a console for its power. Yes, I can admit the experience is brought because of the power is nice. For example, looking at a game like Uncharted 4, a game like Breath of the Wild, or a game like, wow, 100 from that? Holy frick! Alright, so I gotta head over to the bridge. And yeah, a game like Uncharted 4, or Breath of the Wild, or The Last of Us, or Assassin's Creed Origins, and how they look, they do look really amazingly, like, well done. Beautiful graphics, amazing scenery, and the more powerful the console, the better the games are going to look, and the more that you can do with these games, obviously. But we're getting to a point in time where all the consoles, well, granted, yes, Nintendo can't do 4K, and I don't care what people say, Sony and Microsoft can't do native 4K in every single game. In fact, Sony can't even do native 4K on most of its games. But once we get to a point where every console is pretty close to each other, we know that Nintendo's next console is probably going to be very similar to probably like PlayStation 4 level, maybe even PlayStation 4 Pro level, and or maybe even upgrade of maybe there'll even be an upgrade for the Switch, which there's been a lot of rumors, and of which some credible sources have said this, that that's going to happen. but beyond that, it's gotten to a point where the consoles have become so powerful, that the graphics become less impressive every time. Become less impressive with each generation that goes by. Like, yes, some of the games are cool, and some people say, yeah, they do look cool in some cases. And some people say, well, that's just, because you're a Nintendo fan, more that you don't care about graphics is because your console sucks or something like that. Whatever. I don't really think about it like that. I think of it's like, I look at for the games that be interesting. For me, I would rather play Legend of Zelda or Uncharted than I would play the next Call of Duty. Bridge of Eldin. Frick! Anyway. Personally, I just don't think we're getting to a point where the consoles aren't really getting that more impressive from the previous generation. I mean, if you look at the last generation of consoles, yes, if you look up at each generation, going from the NES to the Super Nintendo or the Master System from the Genesis, the graphics definitely do look more impressive. You can tell that there was a big jump from those two consoles. Now, if you go from the Super Nintendo and the Genesis to the N64, PlayStation, and Saturn, there's also a very big, huge jump from those ones. And the same thing going from the fifth gen to the 6th gen, which is from the N64 to the GameCube. Those are obviously huge jumps, and they're really that you could tell the difference. Now, there's a smaller jump between the 6th and the 7th gen, but you can still tell the one there. But when you go from the 7th to the 8th gen, which is like the PS4, from the PS3, 360 to the PS4 and Xbox One, and Wii U, well, maybe not the Wii U, because obviously there's no, but from the other ones, it's really hard to tell a difference in those ones, because it's like there isn't really a huge difference in them anymore. Like, what the frick was that? Yeah, I gotcha. Anyway, what freaking shot me? But anyway, yeah, it's not impressive. Like, what more can you do? Just make it more HD'er? Like, when you went from 8-bit to 16-bit, you rose the bits and you could tell the difference. Going from 16-bit to 64 and 32, you rose the bits again, but you could also tell the difference. When you went from that to 128 bits with the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, and GameCube, you could tell the difference. Oh, wait, the bombs explode on me. Okay, that's what killed me. The bombs. Okay, makes sense. Nice. I'm going to use this. Oh yeah, thanks for rushing me. Die in a hole. Anyway, but yeah, it's like if you look at it, if we look at this, like we know that the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X are probably going to be around for at least a good 2 or 3 years before they release the next console. I mean, because they're not going to release PlayStation 5 or whatever the next Xbox is going to be called within the same time frame, or at least close to the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. That would make those consoles literally useless, which personally I think that there's no point using them. They can't even do native 4K, they're just slightly more powerful. Except for the Xbox One X, which is definitely way more powerful than the original Xbox One. But I'm not going to spend $500 to $400 on a console that basically is just slight upgrades when we know that in the next 2 or 3 years they're going to come out with the next PlayStation and the next Xbox. But the thing is, I don't know. It's like, when we know that the next Xbox and PlayStation are going to be leaps and, well, not leaps and bounds, but they're definitely going to be stronger than the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. They're going to be stronger than them, and they're going to be able to do native 4K, no doubt, the next Xbox and PlayStation. But it's just not going to be a serious jump. Like, you're not going to see a serious jump in it. And while, yes, it's going to be interesting, for me, it just doesn't seem interesting. What separates them from the previous generation besides being more stronger and having better visuals? There's nothing that looks different. Yes, they're going to have games that the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One aren't going to get, but it's just, I don't know. And that's why, and to be honest, that's why I kind of want for the Nintendo Switch to do well, because I actually would like for Sony and Microsoft to look at the Switch and say, hey, maybe we can do something like that and have a console that's portable, because I would love to take PlayStation games on the go. I would love to take Xbox games on the go, because then you would just need those consoles, and you could take it anywhere. You wouldn't be limited to being in your house. And that's why I like the Switch, because it allows you to take your console experiences on the go without being limited by certain stuff, like what the Gamepad did or what the PS Vita's Remote Play did. But I digress. There is rumors about there being a similar PlayStation Switch, though, so I'm hoping eventually that comes to pass. I do want it to happen because I would love to be able to take PlayStation experience on the go. I would love to take Crash Bandicoot, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Uncharted 4, The Last of Us, Jak and Daxter, all these types of games that they have on the go. Games that we know that the Switch isn't going to get, but that this PlayStation could get. Same with Xbox. I would love to take Halo on the go. But anyway, again, like I said, I digress. This is just something I don't have to worry about right now. I like to have these little talks, I guess. But at this point of breaking down the bridge of Eldin, which I remember it being much bigger than that and different. Though they have very big torsos and arms, but their legs are so tiny. Alright, so I'm going to have to end the episode here.